Hi, this is Demiria Seguan. I am going to be doing these quick mini art lessons every so often. I'm calling them CreARTions because I believe that I could teach everybody how to draw. And it's not that easy. I mean, sorry, it's not that difficult. It's just a matter of taking time and just feeling free to create. So hopefully, I'm waiting on a couple of people to join me, but I am going to go ahead and get started. So today we will be drawing a simple vase of flowers, and I'm just going to turn my camera down just a bit so that you can see. So we're going to start with regular paper, and you can fill this in with paint, crayons, color pencils, whatever you like. So I'm going to do one just in marker, just so that you can see. If I use a pencil, you won't be able to see as much. So we're going to start with our paper in the portrait layout. I'm going to start with a small oval, kind of right in the middle of the paper. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but it almost looks like I'm drawing an eye. On each side, I'm going to kind of come down a bit. And again, because this is just for fun, I'm not necessarily looking for it to be perfectly symmetrical, but we just want to kind of get a vase. Now, it's up to you what kind of bottom you want. You could just come straight down if you wanted a skinny vase. I'm going to curve mine around and take it right off the edge of my paper. And again, this is something you could do on canvas if you wanted to do a sip and paint. But now I have a vase that I'm now going to sit on a table. And to sit it on a table, I'll be nice and use a ruler today, but you don't have to use a ruler. I'm going to draw a horizontal line that starts on one side. It'll stop at my vase and then pick up on the other side. Anytime you want to sit something on a flat surface, then just draw that horizontal line. Now, typically, if I'm using a pencil, this next part, I would be able to go in and erase. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stick with my marker. I'm going to draw some stems that are coming up out of my vase. And you want to do a line on each side. That way you can color it in. I'm going to do another one that comes straight up. And then I'm going to do one that kind of droops over to the side. If you're using an eraser, you can go in and erase those lines. Because I'm using a marker, I cannot. But once I start coloring, for example, I can just color on top of it with my green marker. And you won't really be able to see that line. All right. Now, there are different types of flowers that you could do. And on one of the videos, I will actually show you ways that you can paint different types of flowers. But today, I want to just do something simple. I'll do one example of just a simple kind of animated tulip. And I just draw what looks like the letter U. And I'm going to kind of curve around like this. And then I could put another one so it kind of looks like it's open. When I'm teaching younger kids, I just draw the cup and just go up and down with a zigzag. All right, on this one, I'm going to draw a circle that's away from my stem. And now I'm just going to do petals. And they don't have to be the exact same shape because we're trying to make them look somewhat, I guess, natural or just organic. So there's another flower. And I actually want to add one more. I'm going to show you how to do a rosebud. So I'm going to draw one more stem that kind of goes up at a diagonal. I'm going to draw another, what I call cup or bulb. And I'm going to start in the center and kind of do a swirl. And then I can draw where it would overlap. Which is really simple. And over on this one, I think I just want to kind of do where it looks like a flower might be opening, but not quite open yet. And now you have 4 different types of flowers in that vase. You can add leaves to your flowers if you'd like, or you could leave them exactly the way they are. It's up to you how much detail you want to put on your flower. And I'm just doing it to help fill in some of this negative space. When I teach, I try to tell my students, don't leave so much negative or white space. So in art, your blank canvas is your negative space. Anytime you add something to it, that becomes the positive space. All right. And now you can actually start adding color to this if you'd like, or if you want to get a little bit more detailed, you can add some designs. So if you wanted to do horizontal lines, or I'm going to do a little pattern on mine. Anytime you add curves, it gives the illusion that it's rounded. So now that vase actually looks like you can pick it up because of that curve that I just put there. And I'm just going to do some zigzag pattern, kind of go up and down. You can put any design on it that you want. And again, these lessons are not to have you become a professional artist, but just kind of show you some easy techniques on creating art. If you have a lot of space left over in the back, you could add a clock or a picture or maybe a flower laying on the table, but I think I'm going to stick with what I have right now. And like I said, you can add color with either color pencils. I'm just drawing on regular copy paper, so I would not use any type of paint on it unless it's a thicker body paint, but like watercolor would definitely seep through. So I'm just going to use markers and maybe some color pencils. And I see that there are 2 people here. The chat is open if any of you want to say anything or if you have any questions. This is my first time going live on YouTube with my art. I do it all the time for dance, but not art. So just let me know, and I'm here. I think I want my petals to be a little bit lighter, so I'm going to use color pencil. There are different types of supplies that you can use. I have 2 sets of color pencils. I'm going to go with my Prismacolor pencils because they are a little bit richer in pigment. And depending upon how you layer them, you can actually get these to look like paint. So if you are going to take art seriously and you want to invest in a nice quality color pencil, the Prismacolor is a nice color pencil to work with. And as you can see, it's almost as dark or pigmented as my marker. If you're just joining, I just decided to come on and do a quick, easy beginner art lesson on how to create a vase of flowers. This is not intended to be realistic per se, just kind of for fun and relaxation. And I'm using marker and color pencils. So this will end up being what we know in art as mixed media. Anytime you use more than one material or supply, it's called mixed media. And if you are a follower on Facebook, I would love for you to send a picture of your work. You can either connect with me on Relax, Relate, Create, or you can go directly to the Demurals and Designs Facebook page and post your picture there. So Relax, Relate, Create is a subset of Demurals and Designs. Demurals and Designs is the parent company. Relax, Relate, Create is the umbrella, or actually it's the subset under the umbrella of Demurals and Designs, where I teach classes, I do workshops, and it's intended for in-home parties where I come out and teach lessons. Of course, before COVID, I would come out and do art parties and teach people how to paint or draw or make jewelry. So I didn't set up a YouTube page for Relax, Relate, Create. I just did it under the parent company. All right, and it's up to you, whatever color flowers you want. Just have fun. It's more so just for you to relax. I think I want to use different colors of purple just to give it some variety. And for those of you who are avid followers, if there's something you want to learn